I see you. I see.
I bring it down like.
I see you. I see.
I bring it down like. Lofi Poli Sci, Michael Pickering bringing it down. Lo-Fi Live. What's going on in the world today? And a little Lo-Fi local for you up top, people. Check out last week's blog on lofipolisci.com entitled Love, Hope, Dreams. And check out now, up on YouTube, the live podcast video from 2 weeks ago, Democracy Unplugged. It was an amazing night, people, so check out the video. Check it out. And don't forget to add us on Instagram and YouTube to get all your local lo-fi updates. Now let's check it. Big news in Poland, my friends, as the long-ruling and not very much liked by the European Union, the Conservative Law and Justice Party of Poland has lost control of the government as elections took place and the opposition gained enough votes to form a brand new coalition government. And they've started, and they've already said they intend on ousting the Law and Justice Party from power. And that's that. You know, this signals a massive change in Polish foreign policy coming up toward the European Union, toward the war in Ukraine, toward immigration, towards lots of stuff. So we'll be keeping up with what's going on in Poland, and when the parties actually switch, we'll let you know. And in other election news, for me today, Sunday, Argentina is having presidential elections, which is big for the economy of the country, to say the least. But by the time you hear this tomorrow on Monday, we may actually know who wins. So eyes open on Argentina, my friends. And sad election news out in Australia. An update to the vote on creating a government institution that would represent the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders peoples. The vote did not pass. About 57% of the Australian population voted against creating the representative institution. And my friends, I cannot tell you why. I cannot begin to tell you why voters in Australia voted against this. You'll likely just have to ask them, and you'll likely get differing answers depending on who you ask. But we'll see if a new effort, a revised effort, comes from this loss. Anything's possible in the future. And talking about the future, let's talk about the Taliban of Afghanistan, who say they are going to formally join the One Belt and Road Initiative of China. And can we say, wow, China really will do business with everyone. China's going to make a ton of money off of this, being one of the only country who's willing to do business with the Taliban. And Afghanistan as a country, China will be invaluable for them, an important lifeline for development. Eyes on Afghanistan and China, people. Now to South America we go, into Ecuador, who has elected the youngest president in their country's history ever. Daniel Noboa, a 35-year-old, is the new president. 35 and leading the country. But he has some work to do. With on and off states of emergencies around the country with surges in violence, we'll be keeping a close eye on how this young new president proposes to change things moving forward. Now, also talking presidential ages, to Indonesia we go. In Indonesia, the presidential age limit is 40 years old. And the current president's youngest son tried to change it. And the courts rejected that request, and, interesting, you may already be thinking, why is the youngest son of the president requesting to change this and lower it? Well, we'll get to that. Their election for president is in February. It's right around the corner. But the court also ruled in this petition that you have to be 40 in order to run. But if the person who would potentially run, if they've served or currently hold a position as regional leader through elections, then they don't have to be 40. They can be younger and run for president. And it just so happens that the president's oldest son is 36 and mayor of a city at the moment. So check it. The youngest son of the current president files a motion in the courts to lower the presidential age limit, which the court doesn't do, but they do allow for a younger person to run for president if they are already an elected regional official, which the eldest son of the current president is. Now you tell me, what's what with what in Indonesia? We'll be watching those February presidential elections really close. And a last piece of something to send you on your way for the day. True or false, fact or fiction, fake or reality? The U.S. is easing sanctions on Venezuela because the government will actually allow legitimate elections to take place for the president next year. Fact or fiction? Write in, I'm curious your thoughts. And that's just a snap of what's going on in the world today.
I bring it down, man, like.
Lofi Poli Sci is more than just me. It's the we that we be. Pickering, signing off.